Welcome to Doodle Healing, the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. I'm Cindy Bayles, your Doodle Warrior Coach, here to help you turn self-doubt into unshakable confidence, rediscover your purpose, and create a life you can't wait to wake up to. Grab your favorite pen and let's doodle your way to clarity, joy, and freedom, one episode at a time. Hey friend, welcome back to Doodle Healing, the Warrior Way. I'm Cindy Bayles, and I'm so glad you're here. This is our space to slow down, take a breath, and remember that your life is your masterpiece, and masterpieces take time. They take courage, they take messy first steps, and quiet bravery. Today we're talking about the voice that tries to stop all of that before it even begins, your inner critic. You know the one. She shows up right when you start to dream again. She whispers, "Who do you think you are? You can't do that." She means well, but she's not always right. And the truth is, she's been steering too many of us for too long. So today we're going to talk about how to win the war with that voice with love, not judgment. There was a time when I wouldn't have been caught dead recording a podcast. I thought it would sound stupid, look ridiculous, and make a fool of myself. I didn't think I was good enough, wise enough, or ready enough. And honestly, there are still days I feel that way. Some days I want to climb into bed and hide under the covers and let life move around me while I stay small and quiet. That's what my inner critic wanted, to keep me invisible. She thinks it's safer that way. And when I decided to write my book, she came roaring back even louder. It took me 2 years to write Doodle Healing, all because I wasn't sure I believed I could. 2 years of fighting that voice that said, "You're not a good writer. You're definitely not an author. You can't help anyone." And some days I believed her. I'd stare at that blank page and she'd win. But other days I'd say, "I hear you, but I'm writing anyway, messy and all." That's how the book got finished, one brave, wobbly, uncertain day at a time. Not because I silenced her, but because I learned to stop letting her lead. Your inner critic is not your enemy. She's just a scared little girl. She's the voice of your past trying to keep you from being hurt again. She learned to protect you by warning you to not take risks. But here's the truth. What protected you then limits you now. You can't silence her, but you can retrain her. You can teach her that courage is safe and that growth is good. I have 4 ways for you to start winning the war with your inner critic. Talk to her. When that voice shows up and starts her speech, don't argue. Just acknowledge her. Say, "I hear you. I know you're trying to protect me, but I'm going to do it anyway." That small sentence takes the sting out of her words. You remind your brain that fear doesn't make your decisions anymore. You do. Number 2, become an objective observer. Step outside the moment and listen to what she's saying. Would you ever let someone talk to your best friend that way? Would you ever say those things to your daughter or your granddaughter? If not, then it's not a voice you need to be agreeing with. You deserve to be spoken to with the same kindness you give everyone else. Number 3, reframe what she's saying. When your critic says, "You can't do this," add one little word, "yet." "I can't do this yet. I'm not ready yet." You feel that? It creates a simple shift that changes everything. That one word turns a dead end into a doorway. It reminds your brain that you're learning, you're growing, and you're allowed to take your time. Number 4, change the channel. This one comes from one of my favorite doodle lessons. I call it the ICU radio. Your IC radio plays all day long if you let it. It says, "I see you doing that wrong. I see you making mistakes. I see you falling behind. You better hide." Maybe it's constant for you. And if that's what you're tuned into, you'll start believing it's all that's out there. But there's another station, your I Heart You radio station. And it sounds like, "I love that you are trying. I love that you're learning. Look at you go. I love that you're showing up. I love that you're doing your best." Both stations exist in our brains. You just have to choose which one you're going to listen to. And when you start listening to the I Heart You radio, your confidence starts to grow. your creativity comes back and life gets a little lighter, a little louder, and a lot more joyful. We're actually doodling this one together over in my Facebook group, Healing Strokes, a Doodle Warrior community. We'll draw both radios and you'll see visually how to change the channel. It's one of my favorite doodles because it makes this concept come alive. So here's your challenge this week. Notice when your inner critic shows up. She'll probably sound familiar. She might be an old teacher's voice, your mom's voice, or even your own voice. When she does show up, don't fight it. Just say, I hear you, but I'm doing it anyway. And reframe her message and say, I can't do this yet. And then change the channel. Because the more you practice switching to your I Heart You radio, the quieter that old critic becomes. You're not broken because you have an inner critic. You're just human. Every warrior has to learn to fight the battle in their own mind. And you, my friend, are winning every time you show up anyway. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. You are the artist. You are the author. And every time you pick up your pen, your brush, or your courage, you're rewriting the story that once said, you can't, because you can. You are, and you're already doing it. Your life is your masterpiece. If this message spoke to your heart, please come join us in the Facebook community, Healing Strokes, a Doodle Warrior community. The link is in the description below. That's where we're going to do this week's doodle. Change the channel. You'll create your ICU radio and your iHeartU radio. It's a simple, fun way to remind yourself that you always have a choice about what you listen to. You'll also find women there who are walking the same path. Women who are learning to lead with self-compassion, creativity, and courage. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend who might need a little hope today. And remember, your life is your masterpiece. Keep creating it with courage, love, and maybe a cold Diet Dr. Pepper. Thanks for listening to Doodle Healing, the Warrior Way podcast, where your life is your masterpiece. If today's episode inspired you, make sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement. Want more? Grab my free Doodle Your Vision Board guide. The link is in the description below. Remember, you are the warrior of your story. Your life, your masterpiece.